Okay, part two. So, how do you shift your habits and your patterns? Well, I say with most things in change, give yourself a year. I'm 53. I'm going to be 53 this year. I have changed many habits and patterns over this lifetime. I used to be well over 200 pounds. And that is, back in 2020 is when my first physical shift, which really adjusted my mental shift, happened. So 6 years ago. And I didn't do anything other than change how I ate because I was changing how I thought of myself. Prior to that, I would, like, say a Friday night, I would order a medium Domino's pizza. I would also get the lava cakes. I would also get a liter of usually orange Fanta, and I would eat all of that. Also, then say the next day, I would then eat, do you know, like the Halloween bags of candy? So I would eat that on the regular. I was depressed, clearly. And at the same time, I was a fitness instructor, right? And I was a big girl. And this is not a jab to big people. People are big for a variety of reasons. I was big because I was depressed. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was sitting in a life that I knew didn't fit me, but I didn't know how to get out of it because I was married and there was nothing particularly wrong with my husband. He wasn't abusive, and I had always thought, well, you can only leave a marriage if somebody was abusive to you, right? You couldn't just leave a quote unquote good guy. You couldn't leave a guy who, nothing particularly wrong with him. I just knew that it wasn't a life that fit me anymore. And I stayed for probably 12 years longer than I could have. About probably 2 years into a 21-year relationship, I realized that we did not fit. So there's where it is. And instead of leaving, because I thought that was a failure, I stayed and took it out on myself. And so when we start abandoning ourselves and our desires and our needs because we keep thinking that, well, maybe there it is again, they will change, that's usually when things go downhill. So now at this stage, all these years later, when I came back to another relationship ending, I had to look at, okay, why is this ending? The pattern was me, not them. Right? The pattern was me. And my pattern was self-abandonment. Now, that's a funny little, therapy word, but how I mean it is I realized about 3 months in with this person that we weren't on the same vibration, but nobody particularly teaches us how to date, do they? When you feel something, it's like you have to justify it. You're told you have to justify it. Oh, you just feel something? Oh, but girl, he's this, that, and the other. So we are programmed and told that even when our body is like, there's something off here, ignore it, right? Ignore it. And so that was my habit and pattern, ignoring what my body told me something is off. So when the relationship ended, I had time to point all the fingers at him. What an asshole. How awful. What a narcissist. What an avoidant. Well, okay, then you get past that because at the end of the day, people are allowed to be who they want to be. So what can I do? And not from anger and not from resentment, literally. How can I shift who I am and how I have previously shown up? Because that's what it takes. It takes a shift in identity. It takes looking at who you are and how you show up and then detailing. And this isn't going to take forever. Like, literally, this is not a dissertation. This is, you know who you've been. You know who you show up. And most of the time, most of us don't want to have that real conversation with ourselves. We don't want to do the self-audit that it takes